Flying Tiger Shadow over China Gran Turismo 5 no airplane edition in World War II. The ground was a hard deck and the many hazards of going 0 miles per hour in airplane, and of course graphics are at first. So let's get this actually out of the way. It was interesting to see a game even with somewhat basic landscapes that you bomb blast and bail out where or have an actual good drawing system. You know what I'm talking about, the popped in sub mountains we have seen in other titles, where it's like someone randomly relies on crab. We need to sketch in this crab before an unnamed protagonist as a soul hi-fi by smashing into Mount Surprise. It is not perfect, but it's a damn sight better than we have seen in other games, and many of them not actually being budget. In fact, there's just a surprisingly small amount. No matter if you are over nighttime, cities are racing down the center of a ravine at around crazy plus 25 miles per hour. Also, I have to say the overall look of most of the planes is done well, and there's a bevy of more anarchy ones here with a P-18 shooting star, the wild best MK3, even the hold onto your butts. The thing is just gonna fly apart Divine Dragon from Japan's Air Force, which saw about as much actions. As all of you asked at middle school, meaning absolutely no explosions, and weapons fire and hits do what they need to do and inform you of damage, and the far off proof of engine misfires can be the magic between following enemy at breakneck speed to finish them off or tuning and engage in someone else nearby. There's something just absolutely cool about firing off rounds into the sky and seeing that telltale pop of death smoke when it's running on all cylinders. Tigers is actually a pretty capable looking arcade title, this especially at this budget price. Unfortunately, that is not as often as we would probably like. First of, many of the planes just don't have inflated cockpits at all, reminding us of the hilarious, brilliantly amazing idea that Gran Turismo 5 had when it decided, you know what, let's make people pay for premium dashes, except he replaced basic with nothing, and premium with the basic energy would actually expect sadly less than 15% theme to have cockpits, and since the game came out on PC in like early 2017 and people been asking for me cockpits on the PC versions, since then I doubt we're magically gonna see more support on these versions. Now that does not mean the other views are useless, they are not. You are near, far and super close of you of the airplanes, and of course you can swivel around using the thumb pad, but to me the loss is the sense of immersions if you don't have cockpits, even generic ones, because turning the enemy plane into the world's first flying spaghetti trainer with a well-placed 200 shot mirage into their fuselage, or transforming best friends into wingless crater makers is far less enjoyable when you are not able to, being the actual airplane. Also, the game has a nasty LOD bag that crops are more in cockpit mode, funny enough, than your exterior mode, which causes some of the trees to end up flashing in and out. Now it's strange signs. The popping has actually kept to a minimum. Those flashes detract even more from what could have been a strong point of the title. There is some silver lining to those skies filled with lit soul, and that is the frame rate actually sticks fairly close to 16 fps, and there are some excellent moments like tracking an enemy as they take a dirt nap below you, are flying head to head with an enemy and just barely fighting by me. I guess in closing I'd say this as a surprise. You absolutely have to put your expectation in check. You have to understand what budget elements that's for sure, but the lack of cockpits to me is not as much a budget mishap as it is a sign of the thing that Tigers has won with it, and that is that it many times it doesn't seem to really know what it wants to offer overall. Though I'd say this, it's nice to see some of these elements in a flying game on the console arcade or not, and types at lack of pop in some maps is actually quite impressive, but some of the positives are held back by a number of issues: sound, music and voice. Bang on.